Talking a little bit about what Aventura means in this new hotel to the overall hotel portfolio for Universal Orlando. Vince, you want to tell us a little bit?
Sure. I think in general the goal that we set out to accomplish with the portfolio is to be able to provide a product for every budget and every style. And Aventura really beautifully helps us accomplish that objective. If you think about it in terms of it's a prime value category hotel. We'll talk a little more about the categories in a second, but it is at the same price point. A standard room in Aventura is at the same price point as Cabana Bay. So, but they're very different hotels. And so this really now gives us the ability to appeal to someone that maybe has a little different style than what a Cabana Bay guest is looking for, but at the same affordable price point.
I know if you all have questions too tonight, please, this is for you to ask these gentlemen anything that's on your mind regarding the resort. I believe we do have a question from Brian Glenn with Inside Universal. Please feel free.
Thank you.
Put that microphone in your face.
Simple question right off the bat. The design and inspiration of Aventura, what was the inspiration behind it?
Russ, you want to take that?
So when we finished up with Cabana Bay, we really looked at Cabana Bay as an evolution of a single hotel. So it was the motel initially, the first 600 rooms. Then we built the hotel portion of Cabana Bay, and then it grew into the towers. And we really liked the form of the towers on Cabana Bay, and we wanted to replicate something across the street. So as you come off Adventure Way and begin your experience here, the gateway is really the hotels. It's Aventura on the right, it's Cabana Bay on the left. We like the modern design. We also did get a tight footprint, so we were going to be tall. So that was one of the big things is we were going to have views like we've never had before. So the idea of floor-to-ceiling glass and all the guest rooms in a very modern room was something we wanted to take advantage of. The rooftop bar is something we're very proud of, and I know you guys are going to get to experience that in a little bit. I get asked that probably more than anything is when's the bar going to open? The food hall in the lobby, something a little unique for us as well. We work hand in hand with Loews on a new concept and food delivery system and a lot of different things we're doing there that you guys can see the kind of food that we offer at all of our properties, so we're really pleased with that. And then as Vince mentioned, the prime value. I mean, this is for just pure value of the property. We're really pleased with what we were able to pull off here. It's a great, very simple, very clean property.
And Russ is right. Tomorrow night you will get to experience Aventura from top to bottom, literally. So there's a lot of exciting food and things that you'll get to sample, but it will definitely end up on that rooftop bar at bar 17. Tom, I wonder if you could talk to us a little bit about the growth of the portfolio overall, because you've been with us since the beginning when Portofino opened, and you've seen quite a bit over the years.
So yeah, I'm not sure who's all familiar with where we've been, but back in 1998, we started with Portofino, opening in '99, through 2002 here at World Pacific, but then we stopped for about 12 years. So we had those 2,400 rooms for the first 12 years, and then all of a sudden, a big bang happened, and we really started to grow, and that growth has been unprecedented. Today we have 5,600 rooms open. On Thursday we'll have 6,200 rooms open on campus. And we're not stopping there because apparently we're not tired enough, are we? We're going to continue on next summer. Endless Summer begins its opening. That'll happen in 19 and then continue on through 2 phases in 20. So at the end of that, we will end up with 9,000 rooms here on campus. And for those of you who are quick with math, that is correct. That's 275% growth since 2014 when we had 2,400 rooms.
I'm in PR and I do not do math, so I did not get that number at all, so thank you for that. Are there questions out here? I want to make sure I'm not. Yeah, please.
Hi, David Sabile. I'm covering for We Are Orlando Magazine tonight. Thank you guys for having this wonderful event. The growth has been unprecedented, like you said, for the last several years. What are you seeing as far as demand for a type of experience from, the higher level experience, the family suites, What is the demand that you're seeing, and what are you focusing on with your expansions?
You know, that's a great segue into the whole conversation around categories. So, you know, we're currently at 4 categories of hotels. So we have the premier category, which were really the original 3 hotels, Loews Portofino Bay Hotel, the Hard Rock Hotel, and Loews Royal Pacific Resort, all that have complimentary front-of-line benefits in addition to all the other benefits like early market admission and a number of other ones that I'll talk about in a minute. Then, you know, we ushered in Cabana Bay, which was really a game changer for us, not only because of the size of the hotel, but because it really did, for the first time, present a product that was more affordable for, you know, our park guests that wanted to have an on-site hotel experience. And of course, that hotel has a 10-lane bowling alley, 2 pools, water slide, you know, lazy river, you know, you name it, it has it, and it's a fun, vibrant environment. And then we introduced another hotel, Loews Sapphire Falls Resort, which was really more of a moderate category hotel. So we put it between Cabana Bay and the first 3 hotels that I mentioned. And that became our preferred category. And then we're very excited within the summer introducing our first hotel in the value category, which is even more affordable. So, you know, to answer your question, it depends on the guest. The beautiful thing about the portfolio today is regardless of what price point that guest is looking for or what type of experience, we have it. And we have it in a way that's executed, you know, very candidly. We're so proud of the hotels because we think the hotels really are a differentiator for us in the marketplace. I don't think anybody does hotels like we have.
Not to take the mic away from Vince, but I would love to. I think again, just clearly you can see that the growth is all about hitting new market segments that we haven't hit before. And that's really the big push that we have in terms of trying to create that growth, is tapping into new market segments that we haven't been able to tap into before.
Other questions out there? I have one for each of you, actually. So I'd like your individual opinions on this. What do you think the hotel experience means to the overall guest experience? Why is it important?
Is it okay if I answer? First and foremost, I think, you know, our hotels put our guests in really in the middle of the action. And there's a lot of benefits to be derived from proximity. For us, it's really access to transportation. We provide multiple types and methods of transportation on property. You can take a garden pathway if you choose to walk. All the hotels are walkable. You could take a shuttle bus, or you could take a water taxi if you're staying at Sapphire or one of the premier hotels. So, you know, it's about amenities, it's about benefits, and it elevates the entire resort vacation experience. Our happiest guests, our happiest park guests, are guests that stay on site because they understand the benefits of the on-site experience.
The one thing I'm most proud of is that Vince touched on this, but we've rounded out the portfolio, so there is something for everyone. There's a product for everyone here. I like to think of our hotels as boutique hotels, and I know that sounds really strange to be talking about 1,000 rooms and 2,200 room properties and say, oh no, trust me, it's boutique. But they really are. We don't have any one hotel that's trying to be all things to all of our guests. Every hotel has something that's slightly unique. So Portofino is a more elevated experience. Cabana is really about, you know, playing around those pools, and so each property has something that makes it boutique and unique to a guest. And our guests, we see the evolution. We see guests stay at Cabana one year, and then the next year they're at Sapphire, and they'll move up as they choose. Or, you know, family situations change, and they say, look, we just want something simpler. So that's a lot of fun. Also, to add on to the, you know, extending your stay, completing your experience here. And one thing that's great about staying at our properties, for years it was frustrating because we've got a tighter campus. than at points in time we would have liked. You know, we are a small campus, but that's great from a walking distance standpoint. It's also great if you're staying on campus and you hit the theme park hard in the morning. You can come back to your room midday, hang out at the pool for a little while, and then go complete your day at the park a little later in the day. That was one, I think, the surprises with Cabana Bay, a number of guests that took advantage of that. We did a lot more lunch business than we were intending to do, which is a great problem to have. So that's something that it makes that whole day, there's a lot less pressure to feel you need to conquer the park when you have the respite of your hotel to enjoy midday.
I think also, depending on what hotel you're staying in or what park you're visiting, if you're going to Volcano Bay, why wouldn't you want to stay at Cabana and walk directly in to Volcano Bay, walk in and out at will?
Because you would stay at Aventura where you can walk in and out at will just the same, because that would be the second hotel that will also allow that walking access. But I think hotel operations wise, we think that staying at an on-site hotel really extends your vacation within your vacation. Each of our hotels takes you to a time or a place or you know, some moment, and it's really about continuing that experience that you have in the theme park when you're back at the hotel. It's not like your fun and your entertainment end as you exit the gate of the theme park. At an on-site hotel, it continues throughout your entire evening, and you really don't feel like you have to go back to the reality of the world until you get into that car and go to the airport.
And what a great way to get the kids out of the park, to say, hey, why don't we get back to the hotel and swim? And that avoids a scene right
Every time.
It's a very high level observation from Tom, don't you think, for an operator?
Other questions? Yes.
So I know that, I'm sorry, I'm Tim. Hello.
Tim?
I know that Aventura is the most technologically advanced hotel that you guys have on campus, and I wanted to know if you guys could talk a little bit about what sort of technology is in the hotel, and how important was having so much technology put into this new hotel.
That's a great question.
Are you talking about today or Thursday? You know, Aventura is really, as Russ talked about, it's our most urban hotel in terms of its look and its feel, and then technology just seemed to be a fit to that. And so it was really more of an opportunity to, you know, introduce technology. We think that you're going to see things in Aventura that's are going to eventually find themselves throughout the rest of the campus as they, you know, really come into their own. Right now, we're taking some chances on some of this stuff, and you have to in the technology world if you want to try something new or be a little bit different. So we do have some great little features. You have a tablet in your room, so that as you're watching TV, you're not only just flipping channel 2 or 3 or 4 and then wondering what's that channel in this, you know, city in this state. But it tells you the channel, gives you the guide, tells you a little bit about the program. You've got an opportunity to cast your own content onto the TV. We think that's something that everybody is really going to get excited about, and really the way in which content is going to evolve in the future. People who bring their own content. So those are some of a couple of that we have there.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, one of the things that's challenging is trying to forecast technology, because you guys all have your phones and you're staring at moving right now. That wouldn't have happened a short time ago. So putting the infrastructure in the hotel in order to have flexibility as things change, and we can do things in the future in this hotel very easily. We've got it in Cabana as well, that we'll be able to flip that when things come online and do some things. So any new hotels that are being developed, one of the biggest challenges we've got is just how many outlets do we need to put in a room, or how many USB ports? I mean, honestly, we have how many meetings about that? It's crazy. Because a room that sleeps 4, we can safely assume there's 8 devices that need to be charged at any given night. And so those are the kind of things. I mean, they're not insurmountable by any means. We have a lot of conversations about how big does a TV need to be. You know, there's one school campus that no one even looks at a TV in a hotel anymore. They all bring their own tablets. Then there's another school campus that says, well, you need a 60-inch TV because everyone's got an 80-inch TV at home or something like that. So these are the kind of things we're always trying to think about, and we do a lot of research on what's next, and trying to make sure we're out ahead on the curve. It is a little strange that we've got a value property here, or prime value, and and it's our most technologically advanced. It's really just that that's where everything seems to be needed.
Yeah, and I just would add, I don't think it's technology for technology's sake. You know, it has to contribute to a better guest experience for it to be implemented. And so the technologies were chosen with that in mind. What's going to actually improve the guest experience in a measurable way.
Yes, Dwayne.
Hi, I'm Dwayne. So within the summer, for the first time, you're going to have a property that's not physically adjacent to the main campus. So I wonder if there's a way you're emotionally going to try to tie it all together, or maybe it feeds into itself, it's self-contained, or go.
Yeah. So I was prepared for this. No, one of the things that you may not realize because of I-4 is just how ridiculously close that the old Wet Mile campus is to where we sit right now. So tomorrow when you're at the hotel, look out the window and take a look at just how close that property is. We've done timing studies, and it's actually from a bus ride standpoint, it's a shorter bus ride from Endless Summer to the hub at Universal than it is.
The GM in Cabana is not going to like you say.
From Cabana. It's a very, very short ride. So the resort transportation system, obviously we'll take the buses down there. You'll be able to walk as well. We had at one point looked at an aqueduct study to get over I-4 with the boats, and that quickly got shot down by me because it was the stupidest, one of the stupidest things. It wasn't the stupidest thing, but one of the stupidest things we've ever thought of. But so proximity-wise, it is so close, and there's actually a great view when tomorrow, if you're in the food hall, if you look out the window, you'll see just how close that property is. So initially we had the same concern, just how do we make that part of the campus? And then once we looked at it physically, it really wasn't as big a challenge as we thought it was going to be.
I think also in terms of, benefits, or what pull it into the family, and enhancing the guest experience with those benefits. So as Russ said, it's a shuttle bus ride away. It's not any longer really than some of our other properties, but it has all the benefits also that they've come to expect.
Other questions? I see a hand in the back.
So with the new property opening up and more new properties next summer, what are you guys doing to actively be more responsible and green? For example, say in Cabana Bay, there's no in-room recycling. When you go to have breakfast, recycling isn't even labeled and everything comes in little tiny plastic packets. What are you guys doing to make that better going forward? Because from a consumer standpoint, they have to try extra to be thoughtful.
So just quickly, I'll jump into that. I mean, at Cabana Bay, I want to remember this certification. Specifically, moving forward, a lot of it's infrastructure that, unfortunately or fortunately, the guest doesn't see. Cabana Bay is our only Energy Star certified hotel. Its energy costs are extremely lower than any of our other hotels on campus. And for that matter of fact, most hotels, throughout the world, there are not that many, and you guys can look it up. I don't know the number. We clearly didn't prepare for this question. But it's an Energy Star rated hotel. So a lot of that's in the infrastructure. Things that thrill guests, like magnetic chillers and those types of things that they just don't get to see. But you can be sure that those are certainly some of the things that are done behind the scenes as well.
The only thing I'd add, and this isn't on the guest side, but on the development side, we've looked at becoming LEED certified on our developments, and there's a paperwork side of that that's just arduous and there's cost. And rather than doing the paperwork side, we've tried to be as efficient as we can on the construction side. I will say that Endless Summer, because of the construction technology we're using with the group in Apopka, it's the most efficient thing we've ever done. Everything's is prefabricated. Everything shows up on site, essentially assembled. So if you look at what's out there, and for any of the people that are local in the room, you've noticed how fast that has come up. It's because of the fact that we're using this very efficient technology.
Other questions? Okay, I have one final. Do we have another?
Is that okay?
Yes, yes. We are here
But how do you take the guest experience that guests come to expect at other Lowe's properties and combine that with the universal experience here that families would come to expect here?
I think it's the same. It's the hospitality business is really the same as it was, years ago. It's really not a lot different, whether you're in a 4-diamond property or a 3-diamond property or a 2-diamond property. That guest service delivery that you have that individual interaction with the team member is really the same. There isn't a difference in that training. Acknowledging the guest, when you see them, is something that everybody would want for that to happen to them, regardless of the type of hotel. So I think it actually helps us and maybe even over-deliver a little on that service level as it relates to some of these other hotels, and maybe it's a little something unexpected that the guest receives.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Shelley. I have just a question, kind of touching back to that when you were talking about the families traveling a little different because they've got more devices. Are there ways that you are planning things at the resorts to kind of combat that, to kind of keep them kind of engaged in what's going on in the resorts?
I'll take this. We've actually looked at that because I know I'm not supposed to talk about personal experience, but if I was paying to get my family into a theme park and I had a kid whose face was stuck in a phone the whole time, I'd be a little upset. So it's a real fine line though. It's how do you use that device, because people rely on it now. How do you use that device to enhance the experience but not take over the experience? And that's something that we've been working on. We've got a whole program that's taking place to do exactly that. So perhaps in the future you'll see apps that allow for a hotel check-in, or there are different things that other hotels may be doing. We're exploring everything. How do you use your phone as your park ticket, things like that. But the goal, it's the one thing that we can really deliver on in our parks is the physical experience, and it's that tangible experience. We don't want it to be all virtual and stuff on your phone. We want people to enjoy everything that we built around it. Our creative team, what they do to try to immerse you in something, and when you see someone walking through with their face stuck in a phone, that's not the goal by any means. We're fine when you go back to a room, if you need to get your fix or whatever, that's fine, but we don't want that to be everything.
And again, I think, we just try to, we're not going to change that in 3 days or 7 days or 14 days in your stay. But, then how do we interact more with you in that manner? So a lot of our guest service initiatives are also being pushed into that text environment. So if you're going to have your face in the phone, you'll be talking to us. And so we're really trying to utilize that, to enhance the experience, because that habit was there before and it's going to be there after. How do we make the best use of it during the vacation time with us?
Good question. Other questions? So we've heard you talk a little bit about Universal Zone this summer, which does open next year. What is it about that property, and then I'll let you guys off the hook. But what is it about that property that you're each looking forward to, and what is unique about it for you?
I think, like the rest of the hotel portfolio, it's going to be a very engaging hotel. But it's introducing this new value category, which is probably going to be this hotel's biggest contribution to making our destination, the ultimate vacation destination. So that's the beauty of Endless Summer, is it's introducing this product, a standard room, and then the summer's going to be coming in value season for a 7-night stay, $75 a night, pretty hard to beat. We've got a 2-bedroom suite in value season, and half the inventory in this hotel, incidentally, are 2-bedroom suites, legitimate 2-bedroom suites with a sand and surf theme that will sell in value season for about $114 a night. So we're really creating a new category, and as we said the other day, we're breaking new ground over there, breaking new ground, not just breaking ground, in introducing a product that really no one in the market has seen. A product of that quality, with all the benefits that we talked about, early park admission, being able to charge in the park using your room key, delivery to your room, the transportation elements, at $114 a night in value season is unprecedented. So it ought to shake things up, I think, in the Orlando market pretty well when people recognize the value.
I'll go because my job is I'm looking forward to one finishing. And I'm very proud of the fact that we've held on to the core and what we believe our guests really value. Again, a lot of research goes into this. We've got a really ridiculously efficient guest room. The model room looks great. You know, the comments that we get from our management when they walk through it, you know, the jaw kind of hits the ground and say, "You sure we can pull this off?" And say yes. But it's a great product, great pools. Again, we're going to have we continue with a pretty simple strategy there, but I think this is really going to hit you know the nail on the head as far as what guests was really resonating with their guests.
I agree. One, I'm really looking forward to him finishing as well. But at that price point, it's the entry level for the aspiration to begin. Really introducing this entire campus, Universal Orlando Resort, to an entire new group of people that weren't able to be a part of it before. And as Ross was saying, I think we've got an incredible set of benefits at that price point. It's going to over-deliver compared to the competitive set at that same price point. We will not be popular with the rest of the hotel community. And again, I think that two-bedroom suite concept is something that isn't out there in the marketplace today. And if you stay tuned and you come back the next time we invite you, maybe you get to see that.
Excellent. Well, thank you all very much for being with us tonight. Please join me in giving them a round of applause.